Hello, everyone. Welcome again to our second installment of our 4-episode series of Farewell Yellow House, a Call of Cthulhu little short series that we got going on for you over here on Going Crit RPG. Some announcements for Going Crit super quick. Hellions of Karnacht, Mondays 4 p.m. ET, Manhattan by Night, Tuesdays 9 p.m. ET, and Reckoning in Dawn's Shadow finale, October 6th. You don't want to miss that. Uh, Going Crit RPG are the socials for Going Crit RPG. VODs will be available right after the show on Twitch and a week after on YouTube. That being said, introducing myself super quick so that we can get right into the game. My name is Josephine. I'm at Scary Dog Friend, and I am your keeper for today. Housekeeper, if you will. Uh, Indy, let's go to you.
Hey there, I'm Indy, he, they. It's Mr. Mask on Twitch and Twitter. I stream and I run a little Masks, a new generation podcast set in the DCU called Dice Comics. You can find us on Twitter at Dice Comics and on your favorite podcatcher. Very excited to be here.
Amazing. Abaddon. You're muted.
Muted?
Muted?
The one time I actually remember to mute things ahead of time. Hi, hello, yes, that's me. I'm Abaddon, or DK, at Abadarlings on Twitter, and today I will be Rosette Lee, family antique stealer.
Rook.
Hi, I'm Rook, RJK Games on Twitter. I will be playing Riley, a cultist and apparently adoptive dad to 10-year-old Ghost.
Yep. Yep. Next, Joan.
Hi, I'm Joan, also known as Rogue Senna. You can find me on pretty much anything by that name, and I am playing Forsythia Sithy Jones, the photographer.
And lastly, Amber.
I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber on Twitter and Twitch. I am playing Tom Poole, who is our bartender cocktail waitress turned entomologist. Pronouns they, them for both characters and myself.
We are missing Rue, unfortunately, who plays Satana Lee. Go follow Rue at Alana Knight 13. Amazing stuff, amazing crew. Let's get right on into, I guess, the recap that I wrote very haphazardly just now. We have met members of the Lee family. We meet Tom Poole, again, cocktail waitress, bartender, student. We meet Forsythia Lee Jones, photographer, anxious stepchild of someone related to the family, yada, the whole thing. Riley Mehta, the occultist student as well, who is accompanied by a young 10-year-old ghost named Shik. That can be helpful. Horace Kong, our journalist, who gets pushed around a lot at work, and it's really sad. It happens. We meet our tribal member, specifically Coastal Shumash, teacher to the reservation sort of education center, Satana Tanzili. And then we meet our lovely Diana's assistant, specific to the museum, Lozette Lee. As we find all of these family members of the Lee family in one way or another, at the 101st family reunion, which also just so happens, maybe just so happens, to align with Diana's birthday. Lizette finds out through her attendant Hillary a conspiracy is among the family, specifically started by Youngcha, Diana's third child, and also Riley's mentor's mentor. A wager between the first generation and those who he cares to share company with. When exactly Diana was going to die. days, months, years, whoever's closest. Young Charles' dream comes true, however, when Losette and the crew eventually find Diana's body a dry husk. Um, sort of assisted by Schick, this ghost, all of you receive a tape recording, one by Diana, wherein she says all of you were her loved ones, her favorites, and that she was going to give you essentially the first leg up in this story, in this puzzle, to becoming the inheritor to the Lee family inheritance. We're going to do something a little different, y'all, if you don't mind. Do y'all like just kind of just some off the cuff improv for a situation that you have no idea what's going on, but it'll be fun. I was changing tempo. How did people react facially? Yes? Okay. A few days ago, young Charlie not compromises, congregates a few members of the family who share a similar distaste of Diana in a room. In a room where? Somewhere that exists in the world, but one that vacuously exists in this memory. Young Charlie, the third child of Diana, an also world-renowned museum curator, owner of things that he mostly owns for the fact that he can own it. A familiar face and Alice we find out that she is our erotic novelist, but also Riley's first branch of mentor, awkwardly sitting back in a very lavish chair, holding probably the most expensive whiskey that she's ever seen, ever tasted. And all of you are in this room. And young Charles is this, for his age, around 80, clear skin, coiffed hair, amazing suit. Around him are all manner of first and second generation. He speaks, holding his little drink. Family, it's so good to see you again. I'll cut to the chase. We all are busy. We have things to do. I don't want to keep you here longer than I want to see your face either. It's the 101st. It is exactly 30 years since the last time that we all sort of spoke to her. Well, some of you gesturing to someone within the second generation. It's been 30 years since we have gotten an answer. That answer specifically being a spit in our face, really. And I just want to know, how have you been faring? How have your families been faring these 30 years that we have been waiting for a grueling answer? And if anyone is interested in taking a role in this strange little left field thing that I've created, Should I ask another question?
I think we see. So our characters are not there. These are
No.
other
These are random
NPCs.
people that you can just kind of say words with.
I'll try a psychology.
For to get some insight on Young Charlie.
Yeah.
Sure. We can just say that this is that random family member.
Mm-hmm. Who has remarkably similar stats to me.
Yeah, oh my goodness. We'll say normal difficulty,
Hey,
whatever.
I didn't. I didn't get a percentile die. I got the wrong.
Just lie, baby.
No, because then I don't know which one is which. 91. Boo, that's bad in this game.
How far off is it?
30 something?
Okay.
Oh,
Not we'll give you this. Through this family member's eyes, the one that you are sort of embodying at this moment, young Charles is a clearly slimy man, suave, unnecessarily so. Seemingly hates his mom, wants something out of her. A lot of us do. If it makes it easier also for y'all to make checks, that also works.
I think we see a. I think we see kind of like a couple, well dressed, clearly born rich, and with the inherent belief that they are entitled to everything, who kind of just like swirl, like one's swirling like a glass of red wine, one's having some of that whiskey, and one of them says, well, pissed, obviously. Our money going to a child?
A child, exactly. She wants. What does she say that she wants? She doesn't want anything in particular, even not even someone well studied in particular, well trained in anything. Just someone she sees as worthy. What I find is one with not necessarily the most acquisition of wealth, but certainly one that has carried on her grace, her name, as gracefully as I have, as all of us have. So, let's have a little fun, because clearly this bitch isn't going to die anytime soon. It's been 30 years, she's been coughing up blood ever since. Let's make a wager in a few days. Well, we can make it right now, and then we'll see what happens, basically. Get some more people in on it. How long do you think, in minutes, seconds, days, months, years, centuries, how long will it take before she croaks?
I think there's some dickhead there just blowing straight cotton from like the most sick vape. Um
Yes.
and so I hate the next phrase I'm about to say, please don't at me, but they rip a fat cloud and just blow it in the just blow it in the air. they've got, you know, that like new, like neo-fascist haircut where it's like shaved on the side, slicked back here,
Yeah.
kind of thing. That like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the kind of hair they've got going on. Um, and like one ankle crossed over one knee, and so they go, listen, coughing up blood. I mean, that's consumption right there. Surely she has 2 years if we're lucky. Maybe 2 months is better, closer. That's what she deserves, though.
How long ago is this taking place?
A few days ago, before the reunion.
Gotcha.
Okay.
There's an
Where?
older
Oh,
woman.
you didn't say where. Sorry, go ahead.
There's an older woman, the younger half of second generation, who is smoking and sort of leaning out of a window so that the smoke doesn't trail into the room. Exquisitely dressed, but visibly keeping a distance from the rest of the family. And she says, well, given her penchant for the dramatic, I think we have to assume it's not very long at all, don't we? She's,
I think that. Sorry.
she is adamant that the whole family get together for an auspicious occasion. Personally, I think she's reached the end of the line and is ready to make a decision.
Indy.
I think there's a dude in his maybe 60s with obviously dyed hair that's slicked back, wearing how do I put this? A suit that is orange and black and patterned after tiger stripes. That is
Ugh.
incredibly shiny with a large chain going from his wallet to his belt. He's looking out the window, just sort of grinding his heel into the ground, and he turns around and looks at the rest of the specific generation that's here, and he goes, "That would imply she knows when she's gonna die, like she would know."
Not necessarily. Just that if we had to estimate in a fun little way for all of us to count the days, how long do you think?
I think the person who made that insight slash psychology check is a woman who looks, you might say, identical to Sissy's mother, and is wearing lots of leather, fishnet tights, rips in some of the netting, blood red lipstick. Also smoking for some reason, but she's smoking a joint, not a vape. Which she ashes onto the ground and says, all of you can take bets if you like. I think it's a losing proposition either way.
So you're saying we're dealing with maybe. Would you say that your answer is she's never going to die?
I'm saying I don't know what I don't know. But I'll be happy to watch all of you scramble over the wreckage that you create.
You're here joined with us, and that's all I could ask.
Joined
And
is maybe a strong word.
paid. Who knows? He kind of sticks a finger at Abaddon, your family member. Anytime is your answer.
Absolutely.
Gestures to the couple. You have some sort of number interval.
I'm sorry, me?
Sorry, Rook's characters.
Oh, hello. Can you repeat that?
Yes. Asking for like, how long do you think? Basically, what's your wager? What's your bet?
I don't think either of these people are very good at guessing this sort of thing. I think they say 7 years.
7 years, very generous. 108. Points to Slick Die, man, Tiger Chain.
Oh, it's a slick dye tiger chain for sure.
Yes. Give us a number.
Carry the one. 13 months.
About a little over a year. All right. There's something that becomes wolfish about Young Chul's appearance. A smile. He doesn't have fangs or anything like that. That would be ridiculous. But the glint and almost the like darker pink, closer to blood sort of color of his gums. I want all of you to know something that I took the time to pay a couple people to find out for me. Some people in staff, perhaps, of Diana's. She hasn't written the will at all. We have days. Wills need lawyers, wills need all manner of witnesses, and she's been sick, hasn't she? Who is witnessing for her? Who is being her attorney? There's no time. She's going to give us nothing. Nothing is written. Oh, let's go for it.
You say we have days. Are you implying there's information you have that you're not sharing with the group?
No. We basically, if she dies or not, we only have until the reunion to all be humiliated as a group. She's not going to give us anything. This 30 years was a waste, a game to her, because she hates all of us. But for whatever reason, the children, the ones that don't know anything. Yeah, Joan.
That's why I decided to earn it.
Very fair. You know, there's been something I have been hypothesizing about this family. Specifically, my siblings and I. You know, we've been through our mother going through hell, survived through a couple historical conflicts and such. It has been a long, arduous life. And yet none of us first generation siblings ever got sick. None of us ever had any trouble healing fast. None of us had any trouble at all, really, as far as our health goes, and then all of a sudden, our mother gets worse. Diana. Not just 30 years ago. More. We've experienced our mother go through, quite honestly, stages of almost death that you never expect someone to just jump back from. So jump I did into my little abysses of knowledge, we'll say, and I have something I'd like to test. But I'll save it. Oh, go for it.
I think the person drinking the whiskey kind of goes, "No one cares about your nonsense."
Actually, I do. What do you mean you went back into your abyss? Please, enlighten me.
I'm going to go over our lines and veils super quick. Got it. Let's just say you get into a conflict on purpose. It gets violent. When you get stabbed, do you expect to get back up? It's not as easy as it seems in, superhero movies or anything. I'm sure you've been stabbed plenty times before. Gesturing to fascist family member.
Oh, it's a living.
You and I need to talk. Maybe I can do some business with you. But I'm 80 years old. Still, still going strong in all intents and purposes, but when you throw yourself into death face first and you survive multiple times, something a bit interesting to me, at least, when we every year immortalize our great grandmother, mother, Diana Lee. It'd be too much to clean up or show you at the moment. No one needs to really see our examples. But see to it, all of you come to the reunion. We'll have much to discuss legally and otherwise. I'll leave the floor here this is out of character, leave the floor here for anyone to do any last checks or ask any last questions or things to Youngchul.
I think I want to do like a listen check specifically to see if by listening intently I can pick up on some more, like read in between the lines of
Yeah.
what's being said here.
Yeah.
And so I would just use Tom's character sheet, right?
Yeah, just use it.
Okay. Oh my god, that was almost really bad. That was 98 on 60.
Ooh.
It's pretty much what I rolled.
Yeah.
You hear, I love to suck my own dick in front of people. Just like, just nonsense, right?
I mean, that's what evil family members do, right? Like
Yeah.
autofellatio. Oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Write it down. Look it up.
Yeah. I
Um,
got you.
Basically, give me an okay if you're good to go, or if anyone has any questions, we can jump into that. But just give me a sign that you're good to transition into.
I'm gonna make an argument for spot hidden
Sure.
to see if there's some kind of thing that I'm missing.
Sure.
Like they're, yeah. All right.
Everyone do a spot hidden.
Okay.
Yeah, better.
Oh, that's bad.
Good.
Okay.
Ah, come on. It rolled under the thing. 42.
Um,
I learned the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Sick. I got a 24 on 39.
I got a 7 on 25.
Oh, very
My
good.
42 was on 55.
Nice.
Got a 67 on a 25, so I'm looking out this window real hard.
Yeah, you're just smoking.
The cloud is too thick to see through.
Yeah.
That clouds. Just
Slick
thick
dye
cloud.
tiger chain.
Wow.
You are muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, sorry. What was the question?
Spot
Spot
hidden.
hidden.
Do a spot
Oh,
hidden
my
check.
spot hidden. That was a 42 over 30.
Okay. For those who did pass this check, we'll say this room is some sort of like museum office of his. It is beautifully curated. It's well put together. It's very businessy on top of just kind of a touch of artsy. But you're noticing some patches in the wall, some scuffs on the ground where intense physical struggle has happened in this room. You'll even notice as you're sitting, you'll kind of feel that the chair is like rocking because one side of the leg is just shorter than the other, or for whatever reason. And you sort of maybe touch your ankle, the back of your foot against it, and it's loose and sharp. And we'll say one of the people in the couple, even on Rook's note, there's maybe not so it's a well done job on the carpet, but there's still a very familiar sort of outline of either wine or blood washed out recently.
Interesting. I think one of them says that, like, just whispers it to themselves.
I'll see all of you in a few days. Stay in touch. I'll see you. And then transition out of this strange cloud. Oh yeah, go for it.
Just as we transition out of this strange cloud, I have a bookmark to the scene if you'll allow me to mess
Go
with
for
your
it.
lore a little bit.
Go for it.
I think as fog clouds our view, the audience's view, I think for a moment we hear a whispered voice. Here, but not here. A multitude, but also singular. Just slowly, methodically, and exactly down to the millisecond, counting down until Diana Lee's death.
From that otherworldly sort of eye, that figure. All of you are in Diana Lee's room. No sign of Tansy. Hillary also gone. Having just heard that audio recording from Diana, is there anything that y'all would like to happen at this moment?
Would like to have happen. I've been
No,
thinking about that for a few seconds.
like to happen is in make any checks,
Okay.
talk to each other, you know.
I think Horace probably wordlessly. Is there a window in the room we're in? We're in her bedroom, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. I think Horace just wordlessly goes over to the window of the bedroom, cracks it open, and lights one of the menthols he picked up from earlier in the day.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
And he's just staring out of it, kind of. Oh, God.
This isn't right. Right? Like this is she shouldn't look like this.
Like what?
I
Like somebody stuck her in a dehydrator?
You will allow me. I would like to roll a history check to see if I know anything, any culture that prepares their dead this way, anything that would give me some kind of a lead to what we're dealing with here.
History or occultism. Absolutely. Whoever would like to do so.
I will roll occult.
I will roll history.
22 on an 85 history.
Excellent.
30 on 50
30.
history. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Sorry. 38 on a 90 occult.
Did
30 on
Cynthia
50
or
history.
got it? Did Cynthia or Harris do any rolls?
Yeah, I
or
got
you got
65 over 70 for history.
great. Okay. Cynthia was good.
Leslie doesn't have anything to contribute here.
Got it. Got it. So our history crew. Absolutely not. There's nothing worldly about this. None of you have touched the body. But there's almost this, like, you can imagine just even disrupting it would just the body disintegrating as far as the form goes. That's what it feels like. Seems rather. And there's nothing as far as I'm not even sure if like Tom and Horace, neither of you would be aware of like Diana's preferences of burial or anything like that. But I'm sure Diana and Lozette, you've had these conversations, and she is very much interested in a natural burial at a butterfly conservatory somewhere that also has a graveyard. She was just like, I'm thinking about it. Always still idealistic, always still wanting things. There is nothing that makes any sense about how this could happen historically. Riley, on the other hand, essence, vitality comes to mind. There are many creatures that survive off of an energy of some sort to stay hydrated is not the word, but it's the word that came out into my brain. Young. Diana was not young. Diana's body was very frail and she was bedridden quite often. But maybe there's something that Diana took, or I mean, you find it feasible that perhaps Diana was the victim of, or potentially something dried out for a specific reason. Do you know what I mean? I just said all that.
So something took her life essence and vitality, and the kind of like theory that comes to my head is like probably one of the many things she stole had something that was angry it was taken. Or so do I have any idea of what type of creature, or do I just think something weird?
You're getting something undead, ghostly. Nothing in particular, maybe nothing even that you've read about in particular. Maybe there could be something, some star vampire, but that's much more gore. That usually.
And do I think whatever killed her would have done it quickly, or do I think her illness up until this point might have been, or do I not quite know?
That you wouldn't know. I would say your knowledge stops at, sort of more on the superficial side of things.
Yeah.
It's certainly a good amount of information that not the regular person has no idea. But as far as the details of how certain rituals, incantations, you either just don't know or you were specifically not taught because, in Alice's words, it's not something you need to just break out, even if you feel like you need to.
Okay,
Does everyone share sort of their information?
I do.
Yeah.
I will be very honest. I have no interest in the fortune of the Lee family, other than maybe a return of a large portion of items that should not be in this house and in other places. I will be as forthright with you as I can possibly be, unless I think I will put you in more danger. Then I point at the murder victim. Murder question mark victim. What was I saying? I completely lost the track of that sentence. I'm
You'll be
sorry.
forthright.
Yes. As long as what I will tell you won't put you in more danger than what I think we already are in. Whatever happened here, as you can tell, was not natural. Something ate her and left this.
Something ate her?
Her essence, her vitality, maybe her. I don't quite know how the soul mixes up in these things. Something happens, but something ate her life and took it from her body. And her body, this happened to it.
I mean, with all due respect, bless your heart, but do you really expect us to believe that something just took her life essence?
Were you not in the room when a 10-year-old ghost child lifted up a cassette tape and handed it to Lizette?
They didn't see the child, but they saw the tape, move
Oh,
around.
right. I'm sorry, you can't see him. Did you not see the cassette tape lift up off the ground and deliver itself to Lizette?
Thought it was just the couple old fashions I'd kick back.
Okay.
Trick of the light.
I believe you, but I don't want to.
I've been there.
I did a bunch of true crime stuff super early. Nothing big, nothing fancy, just a lot of he said, she said, they were over there, I saw them when kind of stuff. But this crap, um, this is tabloid shit. I mean, I can't deny what I'm seeing. That's the thing, right? And you get stories like this all the time that slip through the cracks that nobody can talk about, nobody can explain, nobody understands. So
Lizette has been staring intently at Diana's body, kind of absently stroking the shadow lane on her waist and just letting the flow of conversation move past her, and turns about 3/4. I believe you too, Riley. See, the thing that's always bothered me is why 30 years? Everybody assumed it was an arbitrary decision that she made, the whims of an eccentric rich woman. But she didn't gain anything from those 30 years. She's been sick the whole time. I study death in school, and I've never seen anything like this. No culture anywhere at any time has ever preserved their dead this way, has ever even had dead that looked this way. So I am inclined to believe Riley. I think we all know grandmother was a woman who liked her secrets. And besides, we all always thought this house was haunted anyway.
Actually, Joe,
Yeah.
could I roll natural world?
Yeah.
Um, I feel like Lisette saying like there's no culture that has thought of it. Maybe is there something that in my like bug studies that could be similar?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's 25 on 70.
Damn.
Rather than this being a direct link, I think you come back to the strange conversation you were having with Scythie earlier about the caterpillar, Materus Kachaunicus. The caterpillar that Young Holy, another child of Diana's, ninth child, who's your mentor,
Yeah.
has been working to hybridize into a caterpillar that can quickly biodegrade plastic by eating it. The sort of stomach tract glowing from inside of these caterpillars, they're being, you swear, almost the Nike sign or like the Coca-Cola kind of like symbol inside of these caterpillars, but they grow strong. They have been extremely successful. I believe there was one of these caterpillars that was an outlier. One that, I mean, caterpillars are slow, that's their thing, but this one,
Yeah.
almost within days, metamorphosized. And rather than becoming anything in particular, its cocoon hardened around it and trapped in essentially this one caterpillar passed away. And it was a hard, even just like touching it, it was a hard, dusty feeling. But otherwise, not about any people.
Okay. They like fidget with like the jumpsuit that they're wearing uncomfortably as they like think hard about what Lisette said, and again, no culture, no people have seen anything like this, and thinking a little bit about what Riley shared. They say, actually, going back to my earlier conversation with you, Sifty, about that Lightning McQueen caterpillar, the one we were talking about, the
One named
plastic
after
one,
the movie.
the one named after the children's film, the very one. There was particular one specimen that we found that kind of became like a shell of its former self rather than metamorphizing into the butterfly that we expected it would. It dried up, became husk-like, like all of the life that it contained, all the multitudes that it consumed it instead. Sorry, it's the whiskey. Uh, I'm not saying like she's a caterpillar creature, but what I am saying that this is interesting.
So
We
Wait,
it's
definitely
like,
got,
Sithy.
yeah,
so are you saying it's like she's like a desiccated? Like all the water got sucked out of her?
I think Riley might know a little bit more about that. They seem to know a little bit more about it.
actually, the caterpillar that dried out was trying to metamorphize.
Right. Move on to
And
its
Riley
next cycle of life. Yeah.
and Riley gets really pensive for a moment. This kind of forming theories based on no research, no books, no writings. But kind of thinks for a moment and then looks to all four of you and says, would it be okay if I tried something potentially dangerous?
I'm with me.
Lights a bomb.
How dangerous? Says Horace, finishing off the last little stub of his menthol.
No danger should come to you,
As in
I
just me,
think.
or
No, I mean to the four of you, I
okay.
think. I've never tried this.
And who's in danger?
I just want to
Look at
check
it.
because we talked about this a second ago. Are you pointing at yourself or the ghost kid that you hang out with that we don't see?
Oh, no, Shake went off to explore. He'll be fine. No, he's not in the room,
Okay, I'm just.
I think. I look around.
He's like maybe hiding behind a curtain and his like shoes, his toes are just kind of under it.
Sissy looks around too, even though she couldn't see him, even if she was looking right at him.
I leave him there, it's fine. No, just to me. I think. This might be fine, nothing might happen. But just in case. Joe,
Yeah.
I would like to try and lower the barriers in my mind so I can feel what is beyond clearer.
Yeah. Do you just kind of want to shotgun it, or do you want to do a specific spell? Because you can shotgun it.
I was thinking more shotgun. I don't think this. I'm not specifically trying to contact any
Okay.
specific spirits.
Okay.
I'm just kind of like, huh.
Yeah. Um, Riley, please mark off of your 99 max sanity.
It's 80
I
actually, but
Everyone has 99.
I get a penalty.
Oh, you get a penalty. Got it. Whatever a fifth is of 80 that I do not know how to mind do.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it. 70, 64. Okay.
How much do you have right now?
I have 64 now.
64. Tell us what expanding the mental barriers means for Riley. What does it look like to everyone?
You will see Riley's eyes glow white, just the irises. Some of you have seen this before. Like whenever he's kind of thinking about the occult, kind of like delving into his knowledge, his eyes will glow white. Whenever he interacts with Chick, his eyes glow white. This is normal for him in the, what, like, we've known each other for like an hour. I don't know. This is normal for him. And then the light bills out, covering his pupils, covering all the, like, just his eyes go solid white. And then it kind of bleaches into his skin. And he becomes almost like a charcoal drawing of himself for just a moment. And then, like, his outlines are faint and smudged. His hair is an impression of hair. And then that image is gone, but his eyes are still solid white. And I think for, like, the audience perspective, for Chick's perspective, like, Riley is still that charcoal image, kind of like if you took like a very soluble material on bad quality paper and you just dropped water onto it, like he's starting to smudge out and he's starting to bleed into the world around him. You're
Joe, I
muted.
think you're muted. Yeah.
Suddenly, the walls of this yellow room, beautifully patterned, Howl's Moving Castle style, his trinket sort of filled bedroom. Some of the puppets, some of the lights flash, teeth. A decorative sort of mantle of like the face of like a taxidermy deer head with like a beautiful wig on starts to sing just quietly, lightly. Everything around you magically, almost in its sort of carnival, just moves around with you, and if someone interacts with it or accidentally brushes against some of it, you can swear that you hear like the echoed giggles of children running around this big museum, almost. There's a faint piano in the background, but no one's playing anything. And then I think Riley, And honestly, everyone, Riley fully sees a carousel full of images on the wall. There's on the wall, on the wallpaper, we'll say. It's very lavish and all over the place. There is a carousel on one pattern of the wallpaper, and it's blows up in size. And on the carousel are people, ethereal, that were not in the wallpaper before. What everyone sees, rather than specific figures, you see the carousel turning, but faceless blobs, disembodied limbs every now and then, sort of the suggestion of forms, laughing, riding around in this carousel. A child that Riley sees bumps into Scythie, and you feel it. It's cold, you get goosebumps wherever it was. Just laughing by, rushing past you. And Riley,
Can I see it?
sorry. You see parts of the body rather than the whole sort of figure. So maybe you see like just the shoes just running away after bumping into you.
Anyone see that?
Everyone sees shoes running away.
I nearly forgotten that stuff like that happened in here.
Riley, with the barriers now down, to whatever effect that this has shared with everyone was not an expectation. But Schick just sort of peers out of the curtain, and suddenly everyone sees a young human flesh boy just peering out of the curtain. Sorry for saying flesh boy, but like the living, like blush of life sort of boy, just like this like black bowl cut situation. Looks fun here.
That you? That bumped me?
Looks at Riley. She's talking to me?
I look at Scythie. I look at everyone now staring at Chick. I look at Chick. They can... I think they can see you. You can see... You can...
Adore him.
Blushes, like just turns away from you a little bit. I didn't push you. This is very strange. And then looks around at all of the other ghosts just sort of playing in this room, kind of morbidly playing and running around and flying above Diana's body.
Just to clarify, we can all see this?
Riley can see the full figures of the ghosts, but all of you are seeing like arms, legs, shoes, like hair, kind of.
I think Tom like takes a look specifically like at the drink they brought up from the dinner table, like this doesn't seem right. No. And I think because they're all about science. They're all about the things that they can touch and the things that they have studied and can like, experience with all the senses. And it feels like in this moment, like all of their senses are failing them, right? So what do I need to roll to touch one of these things? Or attempt to touch one of these things?
Cult.
I'm sorry?
Occult.
Oh shit, okay.
Or if you want to we can do like a general intellect or education situation if you also want.
I mean, my occult is 5. I'm gonna fail anyway. So fuck yeah, let's go for it.
Go for it.
That's a 24 on 5.
Touch it.
Yeah, they like
Touch it.
reach out and touch Faith.
You reach out and touch something, your hand goes through it, you get goosebumps just like shooting through your body. But you hear their voice and they say, "Hey!" and then just continues playing.
Ari? Bradley, what is this?
It was not supposed to be like this, Riley.
I was just
I
taking
guess.
pictures.
Welcome to what my life is like.
Do you see these all the time?
I'm seeing them a lot clearer now, and I don't know whether that's a bad thing or not. How am I looking, by the way?
You have, I would say, like a significant like white streak in your hair right now. But your eyes are back to normal.
Nice.
That I think was going over, like kind of gathered her skirts and is going over to kneel in front of Schick. But I think she sees the kind of Malin streak in Riley's hair and just reaches out and gently touches the back of his hand from where she's kneeling on the ground.
Where do you
okay?
touch?
The back of his hand.
Oh, okay.
I think
To-
it's cold.
Yeah.
Maybe come on back now. From whatever world your other foot's in.
Oh. What? No. I'm back, I think.
You are.
You got a
Yeah.
mirror over there.
Riley goes to the mirror, kind of like looks at it. This could have gone worse. But
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I honestly expected somebody to turn up at this reunion with a streak, so, you know. It's good.
Riley shrugs. Well, I didn't learn anything new. However, if you can see ghosts now, maybe it'll help you find answers. Also, can I ask, specifically, Stiffy, if you're taking pictures, like, yours is like a digital camera, right?
The digital single lens reflex camera.
What do the pictures look like?
The pictures just look like taking blurry pictures of wallpaper.
Usually my pictures are better than this.
Huh.
Hey, Sugar, could we actually borrow your camera? I'd like to take some pictures of Diane before the room is disturbed or any family members wander up.
Okay. Then she hands over her camera, but you can tell that she would rather be doing literally anything else, and she hands it to you like a kid that's handing you their most prized possession.
Rosette is used to holding priceless antiques and takes it very, very gently and kind of just makes eye contact over the camera as she receives it. She sort of jerks her head in the opposite direction so that she can move toward where Diana is. And will just kneel down and snap 15, 20 photos from as many angles as she can get. Okay.
The door knocks. There's a knocking at the door, rapid knocking, in Hillary's voice, kind of whispering, loudly whispering, Lizette, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Well, come in. That is not what I want to hear right now. Hillary, come in.
Hillary walks in, and as soon as she passes the threshold of the room, she falls to her knees and like just sort of reacts as like she just got a splitting headache.
Hillary?
Whoa. So I was. Uh-oh. Give us a second. We've lost someone. Okay, never mind.
Suspense.
Just
Suspense.
that spooky.
Just so spooky.
Real quick, as Lisette gave Sissy back the camera, Sissy popped the memory card out and handed it to her so she wouldn't have to see the pictures.
Yeah.
And then she has a backup in her pocket, so she just puts a new one in.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Losette will unscrew the lid of the glass strawberry on her chatelaine and drop the memory card in there and reseal it.
Hillary just sort of kind of like laughs awkwardly. Wow, did y'all hotbox this room or something with Diana? Like no.
No, these are menthols. These are menthols.
Oh my god, I have no idea. Anyway, and she's having a hard time just like opening her eyes, it seems. They're getting really impatient and they're starting to they're getting drunk and it's getting out of hand and I don't know what to do.
I'll go down.
I'll come with.
I think
I need to get
Sissy
out
will
of here.
just follow.
Riley?
Riley will follow.
Okay.
And kind of make sure Shik follows too.
I think as soon as Shik passes through the threshold, he becomes just fully ethereal again. No one can see him. Hillary just kind of like speed walking, clearly needing to find some sort of solution within the minutes that have passed by, and you certainly hear the like raucous sort of like displeasure of the older family members over dinner, over wine. We'll say that it's dinner. I don't remember. And one person in particular is standing on a table, just saying, yeah, she's not even gonna be here, so we might as well honestly just see what there is.
Close am I to this person?
What'd you say?
How close am I to this person?
It's like a couple feet of a walk, but like they're very like clearly the only person standing on a table.
I think hearing this and having a day in general, quietly as they enter the room, Lozette is just going to swipe his legs.
Falling down, this young person, like maybe second or third, just kind of like falls and like just hits the back of his head and rolls off the table and is just like too disoriented from all of that movement to say anything. And then the people around him are like helping him up and stuff. I think one of the there'll be a second generation parent couple that walk towards you. How could you do that?
Easily. You are guests in this house. No one will be taking anything.
You were basically raised here. We're not taking anything. He's drunk. He's just saying things. Obviously, we wouldn't do anything while our grandmother is resting. That would be
I'm sure. And that's why there's a bet?
people get quiet. In this inner ring, at least. Like, people obviously who couldn't have heard you are still just like getting like rowdy. You can hear, where is she? Like, what are we still doing here for? Can we leave?
Can I roll persuade on the crowd?
Yeah.
Or is that an individual sort of thing? Cool. I just kind of want
Yeah.
everybody to chill out.
If you want everyone to chill out, we'll say it's like a half difficulty.
Okay, cool.
Or I don't know. Just roll and I'll decide.
All right, so that's an 82 over 75.
Most often, as you're spoken over, and someone just tells you to shut up.
I think Horace is just kind of like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Scythy roll something for anxiety here, since everybody's kind of
Yeah.
irritated at each other? Would that be sanity?
I will actually say, let's get everyone to roll a composure roll, and this is the first time we are going to be losing numbers.
How do I do a composure roll?
Roll your composure. What your composure is? 40?
Where do I find that?
Oh, okay. So it's sanity on your sheet.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's 55 for
Gotcha.
Scythy. So you want to roll under 55.
I have
Thank
rolled
you,
57
baby
over 70.
Jesus.
Nice.
I got a success.
19. Oh, go ahead.
37 out of 40.
Amazing.
Nice.
26 out of 55.
Amazing. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
19 over 50.
Yeah, everyone is like so stressed and so present in this moment.
This is so normal compared to what we just saw.
We're gonna say that everyone still takes 2 composure points off, just for the general sort of stress.
Okay.
There's a bunch of there's rowdiness happening. The guy that was drunk is still like trying to like get his wits about him. Riley, I think Schick just kind of like is like holding on to you and just like looking around confused. Everyone give me a spot. Not really spot hidden. What the fuck would this be? We'll say spot hidden for now. And depending on y'all's rolls, we can just kind of fudge some things.
That is a 39 on a 25, so the only thing I'm seeing is red.
Yeah.
Is it
A 50
20? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
That's a 20 on 39.
Nice.
I failed by 10.
Oh,
I got a 55 out of 25.
Okay. So Tom only so far. Horace?
34
Get it.
over 30.
Ooh.
Mmm. So
Yeah.
close.
Tom, you're seeing a table where your mentor is sitting, Young Ho. Just like not participating in any of this, just like tired, exhausted. And standing next to him is a man that looks like an older brother of some sort. And we'll just say we all know who this man is. This is Young Cho, the man who made a bet. And now it's come to this level of rowdiness. They're talking, and I think you'll notice that Young Cho is looking at Lizette. There's like seemingly there's a conversation happening about Lizette.
I think I'll go over to Young Ho and like just gently, casually, like put my hand on his shoulder and just check in and just be like, "Hey, how you doing? Sorry to interrupt your conversation. How you holding up? What's going
Um,
on?"
Young Ho looks up at you like surprised, like, "Oh, kid,
Sorry.
it's fine. Uh, Young Cho, give me a second." And then these like this like 80-year-old man versus this 60-year-old man just kind of having a pause, Young Cho saying, "Of course," and then like kind of goes around, gets another drink. He looks at you. Things are so fucked. I don't know why you would specifically know. Maybe you do. You got a letter from her specifically. Where is she?
Uh, Last I know, she was sleeping. I mean, but she's probably just, I mean, whatever has had her afflicted the past couple days, she's probably just sleeping it off. Surely she'll wake up soon.
She has never ever in 101, not 101, she was a baby at some point, but like in these family reunions, never overslept, never late. Only sleeps probably 2 to 3 hours or something. Despite
Right.
being sick, she's always doing something. So it's not even that I don't have a leg in this race, obviously. This is infuriating. There's, and then sort of gestures over to seemingly a set of like business suit people, like here for work, and they're carrying the like big tan like envelopes. I'm betting that's the will. And we don't know who her witnesses are. We don't know anything like that. We don't even know if she has a power of attorney, if somebody is speaking for her. We don't know anything.
Let me see if I can get Lizette to talk to them.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel like. Can I get you anything? Do you?
I think I'm just gonna go to the garden. I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah. No, understandable. Yeah, you just look stressed. I'll see if I can get Lizette to talk to them, but we'll we'll figure something out. We'll go check on her, I guess. Um, and then I go, like I just like awkwardly like chuck his like shoulder, like, old chap. Uh, and then kind of link my way over to Lizette. And just, hey, Lizette, hey, listen. Uh, yeah, they know something's up. Should we shouldn't tell people. Right?
Well, I think I can manage this. Um, let's just keep everybody from going upstairs. As a
Uh,
matter of fact, if you see Hillary, do me a favor and just please ask her to go upstairs and just watch grandmother's room. We'll say that she's resting, and I don't want her to stir.
okay. Great. We can definitely make sure that happens. In the same vein, no pun intended. Uh, so, and Tom like gestures with to like the folks with like the manila folders and like the official looking folks, like they might be attorneys or people who are arbiters of the will or something. You might also be the best person in this room that could, uh, who might be the most well equipped to handle that conversation. I know, I sure as shit am not.
I yeah, you know what? I'd love to. Just see if you can find Hillary, okay? And Lozette will begin heading toward the gentleman. And quick question,
Yeah,
above the table, do I know that there is no will?
that is a great question. I think Diana has been telling you she's been writing it.
Okay,
I think something interesting though is she didn't have you sign as a witness.
I sure didn't.
For the record, I think Scythie is following Lisette, but not close enough to overhear her conversations, just kind of hanging around in her
Yeah.
shadow because that's the person that seems to be the most in charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I think Losette does some mental math as she heads over to these gentlemen, and on her way, she straightens out her skirts and makes sure her chatelaine hangs just perfectly, smooths her hair down, and finds her way over. Gentlemen, hello. I don't think we've met before. Were you on the guest list?
You also see that young Tyler was speaking to them, just brief, and like just like kind of in the almost like the both of you come at the same time, um, and both say hello at the same time or something, and then look at each other. The two sort of well-dressed men. Yes, we were sort of last minute.
Interesting. That's very strange. Um, I'm in charge of the guest list, so I'm just a little surprised. But welcome. Happy to have you to celebrate such an auspicious occasion with us. Uh, what exactly is your occasion?
Young Tar speaks up and just kind of like knocks on the manila envelope, which is just like being held by one of the dudes. So it's just like fully knocking on this man. That, I'm sure, is one lucky person's ticket out of here. The two lawyers just kind of awkwardly look at each other like, we just came here to work. This is a lot. We have been waiting here for 5 hours and nothing has been going on. Um, we've been given specific instructions to open this when she comes downstairs, when she's able to present some of it herself. We've been waiting a long time, but we didn't know who to ask to presumably presumably you, but we didn't. We. A lot's going on.
Yes, I apologize. Our reunions are always a little rowdy. As for Diana, I do apologize. I was actually upstairs with her not too long ago. Um, I hate to disappoint you, gentlemen, but I'm afraid you'll be waiting a little bit longer. She is, after all, a centenarian with blood in her lung. So I went up to take her gift, and, well, things got messy, so I suggested she rest. But of course, if you'd like her to sign your little piece of paper, I can certainly go wake her up.
Young Cho kind of like puts a hand like near your personal space. It's just like, is there a reason nobody has told us this information and we're only just getting it now?
No one has asked. You've all been riling each other up like a tank full of piranha, but no one has come to ask anybody who may actually have useful information. It's almost like you just wanted to cause trouble, get the money, and run.
Get the money. Absolutely. Always. Always part of it. Cause trouble. It always gets a bit rowdy. Not exactly this rowdy, but no
Well,
running.
this year there are higher stakes, aren't there?
There certainly are.
Well, as I said, Diana is resting, and she will stay upstairs, resting, undisturbed, until I feel comfortable that the strain of coming down here and dealing with a pack of ravening beasts is not going to push her over the edge.
The problem being, Ms. Lizette, we've been waiting here for hours. The dinner's over, the dessert's over, some karaoke happened, short-lived, but there's got to be some way to bring old grandma down here and have a full conversation with her family, right?
I believe I just said that there isn't. Now, I don't know you gentlemen. I assume that Uncle here invited you, put you on the guest list without my notice. Let me be very clear. This is a birthday party. This is a family reunion. Whether or not everyone is here to celebrate, the original intent of the gathering is a celebration. So no, I am not going to go wake up my grandmother to wave papers in her face to remind her that everybody down here is just waiting for her to die. So, you can continue to wait. We'll get you a drink, a nice comfy chair, or you can leave. But I do have other things to attend to this evening.
The two look like nervously at each other. Scythy and Haris, can the both of you give me a spot hidden?
Yeah, sure thing.
Just for fun,
Just because we're getting a little nutty. That is a 7/30 for my spot hidden.
Oh!
One of 55.
You said 31?
41.
41, okay. Scythy, you hear photographs. Well, you hear the shutter of a camera somewhere in the crowd. Like, clearly it was somewhere near enough to you that you heard it. And you see someone in black tie taking pictures of Lizette, Youngcha, and the two presumably lawyers. Haris, you see a Karner Bluebell logo on another sort of camera strap somewhere, like a sticker, just like horribly, why did you put that on there? From another just unassuming black tie sort of figure taking pictures of the entire party.
Do I recognize the black tie person at all, or is that a role that I would have to? I
We'll
guess I get this question.
say
Do I recognize them as family? Like, is
they
he
are
a
not
family member of
family.
estrangement? Oh, cool. I think I'm gonna tackle this guy.
Okay. Horace tackles someone in the middle of all of this rowdiness
Do I-
already. We're gonna take a
do I-
break.
do-
We're gonna take a super quick break. Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back. Hydrate,
Sissy
stretch.
caught that on camera.
Nice. Hello, family. A fight is happening. Thanks for the raid, Stella. It's going so stressfully, but in a good way. Horace, you just tackled somebody with
Yeah.
the Carner Bluebell. We'll say it's like a sticker of some sort or like a patch.
Just like one of those really cheap like press stickers.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not even a press pass.
Yeah. We're gonna say no role necessary. You fucking got him. Like you saw him. And just how like do you like hit him hard? Just like do you want the camera to go somewhere? Like how to
I
lay this
want
out?
to tackle him to the ground so I can pin him down, and also so I can rip the camera from his hands. I want to put my weight on him and then
Yeah.
rip the camera out of his hands.
Easily enough. You sort of are able to pin him down with your legs or whatever. You have the camera, and you see the face of some guy named Brian that's in a similar situation as you, just like dumb shit, true crime, BuzzFeed type articles, but just like looking, staring up at you and just kind of going, "What are you doing here?"
Brian, what the fuck are you doing here?
This is a huge deal. Okay, I'm getting in sort of the inside scoop of this family. Like this is crazy.
I think
This is my fucking family, Brian. What the fuck?
Yes, Sithy.
Sithi has been like, I don't know who else in the crowd noticed besides these two, but Sithi has been creeping up closer and closer, and if she can, she's gonna grab the camera while those two are arguing with each other and try to get the memory card out.
Easy enough. Hey! Who? What do you mean? What are you talking about? This is the Lee family.
I think Horace is going to try to knock the camera towards Sithi if he can. Like,
Yeah.
Can I see her? Where she? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I think
She's like behind you.
cool. I think he probably grabs it and just like sort of scatters it on the ground behind him, just like throws it behind him, and then picks Brian up by his cuff while he's still on top of him, and just goes, "This is my fucking family, Brian."
And he's just like flabbergasted and can't find like the proper words to say anything. Someone whizzes past Sithi, a similar black tie camera get up, just like looking over, and it's just like notices you again, Horace. We'll say that this person's name is Robert and
Robert.
Brian.
Never liked him.
No, fuck these guys. Somehow, if you could be a jock in journalism. There we go. What are you doing? How? We cannot make this big of a scene. What? And then, you see people kind of like looking around like, who are these people? Who are these random people at our family reunion?
Yeah, I think Horace would probably get up from Brian and go up to Robert and just be like, "What part of a private fucking family event do you not understand?"
We had a letter extended to us and everything. Like we got somebody from
Show it to
somebody
me.
Lee. No. It's in my fucking wallet, dude. Like just don't dig into my shit. You already fucking destroyed my camera.
I think Horace is only now sort of realizing how realizing what happened in the last 20 seconds as he's sort of breathing a little bit slower now, and he goes, all right, okay. So, what was our editor's name? Do I?
I don't remember. I think maybe this
Okay.
is Vivian.
Okay. Horace scratches his head and looks from side to side, and he goes, "Look, Vivian would have told me. Can I persuade him to show me the letter?
Yeah, absolutely. Or just persuade or intimidate. Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna try for persuade because that's slightly better.
Absolutely.
That is a 32 over my 75.
Yeah. I think just the way that you have him, just like kind of weakly like reaches in his back pocket as he's like laying down.
I probably just glance at his wallet really intently after he says it's in my wallet.
Yeah. And then just like takes out like a crudely folded in half like envelope with the letter also inside it. There's no wax seal or anything. It looks like nice cardstock, which is like, why the fuck would you fold it? But just like weakly presents it to you.
I open it up, I look through it. Is it legit? Is it like
Spot hidden.
cool? Oh no. That is an 85 over my 30.
Okay. This seems like it very well could have been extended to someone from the Lee family as just like, please, consider coming. It's not necessarily a +1 situation. We'd just love to have your company. Lee. Scythie, give me a spot hidden or whatever you would like to roll for looking, just like dealing with the camera.
I rolled a 7 on a photography of 65.
Word. Amazing. Rooting through this, you take the memory card. You are also able to see, the thousands of pictures that have been taken at this party already of first generation people, the scientists drinking. You can see the like headlines in your mind, even like, this is what these bug scientists do. This is what it means to be a museum curator. This is later we got a word from this person in this family, like exclusive pictures and things like that. And then I think you find another picture that is similar to the one of you taking a picture of Schick. That disturbed light, like just almost as if an invisible figure just smudged something in the camera, but just a very plain central like picture of that, and it's the only one, and then the rest of it continues on with the like thousands of pictures. 1,000 whatever.
Scythie is gonna back away from those two and head towards Lisette.
Okay. With Horace, yeah, so what you get out of the letter is that like someone very well could have extended like an actual hand.
I think Horace takes a look at the letter, turns back to Robert and Brian, and goes, "Thanks. Tell Viv I quit," and then goes over to Lisette with the letter.
Lizette, where did you go after dealing with talking to the men?
Seeing that kind of the sharks are circling, Lisette's stayed on the floor.
Okay.
Just kind of as an omnipotent presence, I guess, for the rest of the family.
So Horace and Scythe are now to you.
Do you play football or a solid tackle?
He
No,
tugs on.
I just been a lot of it's nothing. Look, I just quit my very shitty job to get this, and he holds up the letter. But somebody called the press to this event. Somebody here contacted apparently my my old online paper, and they were here to take pictures of us for some reason. I don't know. This is
Look. And Scythe holds up her camera, showing the image of the blurry photo, and she says, "This is just like the one that I took in the bedroom."
Not our little friend, right?
Like that one.
I don't know. Riley, are you around? You said no. Are you around the three of them? Yes, you.
I'll be there.
What did you say? Yes, you. Like, are you
Oh,
around this
yes.
conversation or okay, great.
I'm like if I'm not like standing in the group, like I'm kind of like close enough that you can like
Yeah.
pull me in.
Yeah. You see a different boy. Not someone you would know. Give me a luck check, actually.
I got a 99.
This is some kid. Like, teenager for sure. Looks like a lady second generation child or something. Which I think just like you still being able to see it still strikes something. Like, this is a Lee family person as a spirit.
I described the child.
Wearing a tie. I mean, not just a tie, wearing a suit.
I described the suit.
Does it sound like anyone that we've seen in albums or at previous reunions?
Lizette. That luck 99. I don't know how much Riley is able to describe to you this child. It could be. They're in the house. Spirits exist. That much you know.
Would I know of any major first or second generation deaths? Abrupt things, accidents, anything that would just be kind of like a weird family story almost.
The first child is estranged, but you have heard that he's here. You haven't seen him, but it has a wife. That the both of them have eloped and kind of never looked back on the family again. That was the first child. The second child died, which left young Charles as the eldest. Um, and then the rest of them, just in their varied ways, haunted, dealing with their life, being teachers, being something, using the knowledge that they've been given. But the two major anomalies you'd have to say is the first estranged one being here and you haven't seen them. And well, you know that the second child died as like fairly young.
Is there a place in the house where I would be able to see a photo of the whole family?
Yeah. Um, most likely, most likely, maybe there's like an old family portrait somewhere, like painting, but I think like pictures would be in Diana's room.
Okay. Lizette doesn't want to go back up there yet because she doesn't want anyone to follow. So I think that information she is going to hang on to for a little bit later. The letter that Riley handed me. Do I notice anything off about it?
Spot hidden or whatever check you find necessary. Real quick, where's Tom in all of this? Just like kind of hanging.
Think what they're. I think they're kind of contending with starting to see the world in which they thought they knew unravel like a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing their mentor shook up the way that he is also kind of fucked with them a little bit. So they might be a little quiet for just a moment, for some time, while they're kind of like reflecting on the chill that they got from punching through the apparition and
Yeah.
the sudden chaos below downstairs.
Got it. Lizette, what was your role?
I would like to look at this as an art conservationist. So I rolled
Sure.
art.
Yeah.
And I got a 13 on a 20.
Yeah. Not a forged signature. Someone's handwriting, for sure. But you've not heard of anyone. Like, sure, people invite their friends, like their loved ones. There has never been press at any of these. Like, there have been family members that are journalists or, people that, report on the news. There's usually efforts for things like this to not happen. And you know that Diana has her connects and things like that. Something like this, as she was planning with you, you would know. Diana wouldn't extend or give letters like this. Like there's no seal. The cardstock is different. Someone in the family, immediate family, I'll say.
I'm just saying I've been stuffing these letters into my drawers for years. They don't look anything like this.
Not a fake. Somebody close. Somebody, I guess, high up, first or second generation, maybe.
Somebody almost definitely here.
Why would they invite the press though?
Riley?
Unless
This isn't a verbal thing. Riley's just staring directly at Young Chol.
They just
To
says,
what?
Dee Dee always asks me to take the pictures. It doesn't make sense that she would ask someone else. She even wrote me a letter right before I got here.
And frankly, your pictures of bugs are better than anything Brian shot in years, so.
Thank you.
No, it's alright. You got a good eye.
Lizette?
He did invite the press. What is he hoping for? He knows he's not going to get it. He's not applicable, so he knows the money isn't going to him. So what would the press be here to report that's important enough
I should
to
mention
have
up
them?
until about 5 minutes ago, I did used to work for that specific press group, and I don't know if that's related.
Oh, sorry about your job, by the way.
It's whatever.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
You don't have to. It's all right. But
It's what grandmother would do.
is it?
I think so.
Schick
Task at hand.
pulls at you, just kind of like on Riley.
I kind of look down at it, but what?
I know you did a lot already. And I can try to help with this, but I have an idea to make people calm down.
I'm going to look at everyone discussing and just kind of like slip away into like a corner, especially so like people don't see me talking to myself. Well, if they see me talk to myself, I go off into a corner so I'm not interrupting them, and I kind of like kneel down and I go, "Care to elaborate?"
So I know this one thing, and you're gonna need to you need something to protect you when you do this. I know I have an idea. But if we use Sithy's camera and we're all standing behind you and we get a clear sort of white bright light on everyone in the room as much as possible, if that's like maybe she can stand on something, we can do a big loopy spell.
A loopy spell.
Big loopy spell. It makes things slow down.
I kind of hold out my hands for him to take. I trust you. I think this will probably end badly, but I trust you.
I've done this before. We just need
Excuse me? When have you done this before?
we need to go to her and points to Lizette.
That's
Everyone that you want to be okay and not part of the loopy spell, they need one of her little chain things. You need the little charm.
Okay. Okay. We're
And then
gonna
they
talk about
all
this later.
need, all of you need to stand behind you, and then we take a big picture, and then it all slows down.
Riley's just kind of like blinking, just kind of like thinking, when did parenting get so hard? And kind of like
So Schick just like pulls at you to Lizette. Give her everybody a charm.
Lizette,
Yes.
the kid has a solution to. I just kind of gesture at the room. I think he may be able to give us some time. We need a couple of things from you and Sithy, though.
What do you?
From me?
So, yeah. So, we need your camera, brightest flash you've got. Take a picture of the room, and
Get as
what's
many
that?
people in it as possible.
Get as many people in it as possible. Words verbatim from the kid. Lizette, you have some charms that Chick thinks could protect the five of us from whatever he's about to do.
What about
Lizette's hands go to her waist, and she sort of like jingles the chains that the charms are on. This?
Yeah, that.
what about Tansy? We haven't been back yet.
Oh,
I guess we can use this extra time to search for them.
Okay.
If that person's still out, it's not gonna affect them.
Oh,
I relate this. Yeah. I
okay.
guess it's whoever you managed to take a picture of.
Okay. Scythe kind of turns to the side and opens up her camera bag and starts switching out to get her
Yeah.
widest angle lens
Yeah.
and her brightest flash kit that she has, and like maybe like even a bounce board and etc. etc. And she goes to find a big corner with something tall that she can stand on to try to get as many people in the frame as possible.
How would we all like to distribute the charms? We have a moth, a strawberry, a magnifying glass, sewing scissors, and a drawing pencil.
I will keep the strawberry since it has the memory card.
Yes.
I think instinctually I unput the chain that has the moth on it, and as surreptitiously as I can pass it to Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what the other pieces were. Sorry, having an ADHD moment where
Fine.
brain isn't connecting.
Fully
Maybe like
empathize with that.
Yeah, no, they're gonna grab it and place it in in the pocket of their jumpsuit and pat it as if like grounding them.
There's a magnifying glass, sewing scissors, and a drawing pencil.
I think Horace is gonna take the magnifying glass, sort of spin it around his fingers for a little bit, sigh, and then put it in his chest pocket. Let's solve the mystery.
I'll take the scissors.
So the drawing pencil is for fucking Scythe. Sorry.
Fucking Sissy. Very
Fucking-
different than regular Sissy.
Yeah. Moth,
I
Tom,
move to give a photographer a pencil.
strawberry, Lizette, the
Mhm.
magnifying glass to Horace, the sewing scissors to Riley, and the drawing pencil for Scythe. Y'all, how would y'all like to be situated? Or like, your backs can be to the entrance, and you can figure out the angle. Just want to know where you sort of like configure yourself.
Doesn't Chick say everyone needs to be behind me?
Yeah.
So I'll be.
Including me?
So I think the idea is you take the picture kind of like above, but like I'm kind of like
Just
standing
in front,
kind of
but out of frame.
yeah, the outer frame.
Gotcha.
I think Horace will just stand directly behind Riley to like Riley's left, and just put his hand on Riley's shoulder and go, Morse.
I'll sidle up on the other side. Just kind of nod pleasantly.
Yeah. Tom is going to just slide up kind of adjacent to Lisette and hands in pockets and sternly kind of look forward.
Tiffy, like, scoops her hair up like this, shoves the pencil in her hair, and then gets ready for the shot.
Okay. Chick also stands behind. Okay. Ready?
Say cheese, family.
No, but go ahead.
Okay. I don't know how it's gonna treat you. If that's okay.
I trust you.
Okay. Chick. We'll say he didn't actually step behind. Chick steps directly into you.
Okay.
And what you feel is not like cold, almost like just walking into a pool or a lake just kind of comes into part of you. And then in sharing this sort of like telepathic link, here we go. And almost timing the flash of the wide angle that Sithi takes the picture of, all of you see everyone slowing down in the midst of their fighting, in the midst of their drinking and eating and awkward standing. It just seems like everything in this room, contained in whatever walling parameter, is just in a completely different time. Speed. Whatever. However, once Schick steps out of you, he falls kind of like tripping on his like heel, and Riley, throughout that, your eyes glue white. And when he steps out of you, there is a considerable patch of the white in your hair now.
Oh boy.
And you are now at 46 composure.
I started today at 80.
Yep. Schick starts to panic. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
Hey. I kind of like, I don't think I like touch it. I'm just kind of like, my hands are kind of like, kind of just there. It's okay. I literally did something like that earlier. You've done nothing wrong.
No. It's splitting from this scene, from this moment. Sithi, after you take the picture, moving the camera down away from that little viewfinder, you find yourself in a dark room. It's almost like you're walking, or your feet are planted on something hard but invisible, and there's water. There's some kind of trickling from somewhere, like a glass tunnel, but it's dark.
Hello?
Your voice echoes. Hi. It echoes right back.
Who's there?
A friend.
Do I still have my camera in my hand?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna take it out and take a picture with the flash and see if for a moment I can see whoever is talking to me.
It is a completely white photo with a black silhouette.
What? I... Do you know how I got down here? I was in a big room with the rest of my family.
It's not really a direction. You're somewhere. Kind of thinking. You're somewhere where family goes when we depart.
Depart? What do you mean by depart?
Come see. And then you hear sort of this walking, splashing as the silhouette turns the corner.
I follow after.
It's still dark, but somehow you know what's correct. It's almost as if you're turning corners, but you're still just going straight. It's very omnidirectionally confusing and like surreal and strange, but you find yourself following candlelight. You're following an altar presented. There seems to be a memorial to the second child that died. Diana's second child. And it immediately, I think, strikes you. And in the slowest amount of details I can give you to continue suspense. The little engraved sort of writing to my dearest adventurer, to the inquisitive, to the curious, to the one that made us smile. And the name and the face click together. The name is Young Shik Lee. And it's the same boy with the black bowl cut that you only got to see today. And who appears to be the person that was echoing is not the figure, not even relatively close to the silhouette that you took the picture of. There are, against sort of the shadow, what was once that silhouette against the white. Sort of a snake body coils. And there's somehow claw and fur. Just almost as if goosebumps is happening on some sort of animal. You can't see anything but the silhouette. Just like against this candlelight. When the voice speaks up again, it's a completely different voice. Do you want to know something?
Yeah, yeah? Yes?
I'll start with a question. How would you feel if you were given the ultimate choice for endless knowledge, endless lovers, endless treasures? Would you do anything for immortality?
I don't want any of that.
You want to die a regular death, not to see any more of humankind's wondrous creations, to obtain.
I, I, I don't understand. What? I, I was just looking, just trying to help my grandmother.
Help you are. Helping. You must know by now that this woman is not who she implies she is. Not just sickly, not just old. Not just a treasure curator for no reason. You never doubted her?
I don't care about those things. She was nice to me when no one else even saw that I was there.
Sort of already a spirit, but one that people can manipulate. You don't want an extra step above, to be less, to be rather more than the spirit that you are.
I just I just want all of this to be different. I just want I want to find out that that wasn't my grandma in that bed and that none of this actually happened.
The shadow points to the altar, and there is now a little like Korean mugwort. It's like a green rice cake, just kind of set on in front of the picture of young Shik Lee. If you want that to come true, take an offering, and then I'll help you.
If I take that, you'll help my grandmother?
I will. I have commanded thousands of legions. I am a commander of many, a collector of many. There's not. Well, I can mostly do everything.
If I take this, you have to promise not to hurt my friends, my family, my close family.
All I want to do is give you strength.
I
We can
think
pink. Oh, sorry.
Scythe is like drawing up strength and she has no fucking clue what's going on with all this magic and stuff, but she's willing to take a chance if it means she could get her grandmother back and protect her family. And so she lets her camera fall to the end of the strap and reaches out and takes the bun.
Okay. You eat it. It's, the glutinous kind of like rice cake texture. It's fine. There, nothing happened. That wasn't so bad.
Tasted kind of stale.
Sorry about that. These are offerings. They've been left out a little bit.
Are you
Well,
gonna help?
yes. I ask a favor before we start. I'm just the shadow. I'm gonna need... if you could lend a little bit more than just a hand. Nothing painful or violent. I need something with which to reside in as I help you.
Okay. And she holds both of her hands out.
There's like, even though there's like still no face or anything, there's like a chuckle of like this creature being impressed. This will be your first step, little rabbit. The shadow follows the candlelight up to your hands, and we cut away from that. Shik is panicking. I didn't mean to take her there. I didn't mean... no one's supposed to see that.
Take who
I have to go.
I look where?
Shik disappears.
I look back to everyone else.
Everyone sees Sithi's body, still taking the picture. But she is not moving.
Riley? Is that supposed to happen?
I don't think so. Chick just panicked, said something about taking someone somewhere, and then just disappeared.
Cynthia, can you
That
I don't
hear
know
us?
what
probably.
happened.
Hello?
Okay. Okay. This doesn't bode well for any of us, probably. Um, well, she's still
No.
breathing.
She's not breathing. You can't feel her do anything. She's just almost a statue.
But I mean,
Like if
does
someone,
she still have the appearance of a living person? Like she doesn't
Yes.
have like a pallor or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
and she has a pulse.
No. It's not that she... well, maybe, you don't know, but it's not even that. Like, her veins are still like blue, and like there's still like, a color to her skin, but just completely nothing. No, as if this were a true statue, but with flesh and real hair and clothes.
Like there's nobody in there.
I don't think this is what happened to Diana before she...
No, I think think maybe this is something else. I don't. She didn't disappear. She didn't go anywhere.
Although
So
she
where is she?
said he took her or like she wasn't meant to go there. I don't know where there is, but I think I don't know. Chick's a ghost. Maybe her ghost went somewhere. I don't know what that means for her. Is she still warm?
Neutral.
Okay. It's like somebody just pressed pause, right?
Very much so.
So maybe
Uh.
after we finish whatever this spell thing you're doing is, will she come back, or your bloopy spell?
The one person who knew anything about what's going on here vanished.
Yeah. First Tansy, now Scythy. What is this house targeting all of us in some way?
Is the pencil still in Sithy's hair?
Oh,
Ooh.
all of you still have your charms as well, seemingly untouched.
Wait, you said it's in her hair.
It's not in her hair.
The pencil charm that she got earlier.
Lizette, your charm starts to light up. The strawberry, does it have any color, or is it just like a cast kind of thing of a strawberry?
It's like a translucent red glass with a green top.
Um, there's no light fixtures. There's no reason why this would just start glowing.
Are any of the other charms glowing?
No, it's just yours. And as you you think, just move or gesture your hand with the strawberry just to a direction, it gets brighter going in a certain direction.
I think it's trying to take us somewhere. And I don't know if it's a house or that the the other boy that Riley saw. I don't even know if it's safe. But I'm gonna go.
Everyone follow?
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta see this with my own eyes.
It starts to lead you down the corridors to the butterfly garden. The garden, which also has plentiful sorts of produce, crops, and things like that. Well, some things. And there's a big sort of strawberry bush bed. And I think all of you fairly immediately see just kind of the black sort of suit figure of Young Ho Lee, who's just kind of like gardening, just kind of pulling weeds.
That's normal.
You notice
Unexpected result.
what are you all did anything resolve?
Lisette?
The strawberry's still lighting up.
I think I just hold up the strawberry and wait for a response.
Nice strawberry.
I have to admit, I'm at a loss, Tom. Um,
Sorry. Young Ho, do you need us to help you pull some weeds or something, or is there anything you need us to attend to while we're in here?
No, not in particular. I mean, I was thinking of going back in. Um,
Hear me out. I think I might have a wild question that might be beyond the realm of our experience, but since this is pertaining to the family, you might know a little bit more. Do you know the history of this house?
yeah. I mean, was there when it was built and everything.
I think we would be interested in hearing to see what might have been there since the jump. You know what I mean?
I mean, the strawberry garden was here before, just kind of built around. Not completely built around. I'm sure we had to dig up some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, sometimes we joke that there was some kind of like trapdoor in the bushes or something. There would always be some kind of gift our mom would put there if we stuck our hand through the bushes. But then a bug would jump on Youngja or something and she'd get scared and it was hilarious every time. If that's what the strawberry thing is all about.
maybe we can. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take a look in just a second. Uh, but Young Ho, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
The oldest of grandmother's children. Why aren't they around?
Um, they kind of just Youngie. He kind of just wanders around, man. The 60-year-old saying, man. I don't know how he managed to hide that well for however many hours, but I'm sure maybe he's getting a pep talk from his wife about like a 5-hour pep talk or something. Didn't see him in the dining hall as far as I know. He kind of walked around in the garden at some point and then the museum. Did y'all have another friend?
Yeah, she's at the bar.
Somebody that you were sitting with or something. You were seated together.
Yeah, they got caught up at the bar, and we had another one that I'm sure they're fine. I mean, you know how labyrinthine this house is, you know.
I just saw them. They're walking out here. They're somewhere.
In here?
Yeah.
Riley, Harris, can you see our family member that's in here?
I don't. You meant like here?
Like in the garden, yeah. There's like a couple. I know the, and all of you will remember this butterfly garden is open for the public. There's many sort of display cases and places. Well, lots of butterflies are all around you now, around like seasonally planted plants and things to sort of help the butterflies continue. It does include a maze, a hedge maze. It's not a big one. It's for the kids. But almost as
Starting
if...
to
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I think starting to kind of edge away in the direction of like the greater garden. Lozette will stop and just kind of quietly say, Young Ho, was Youngie, did he leave before or after his sibling passed away?
When he eloped, I mean, that had to be a couple years after Young Shik died. I guess after. Yeah, Riley?
Do I hear that name?
Yes. Young Shik was 10, and Youngie is like 2, 3, 4 years older or something. So, I mean, you marry and elope super young. So, like, teenagers just going on to the world.
Well, thank you. Grandmother's resting, so couldn't go ask her. I just...
One more thing. I'm so sorry. And young Shik, I describe Shik the ghost in as much detail as I can.
Recognition. What are you talking? How do you? I mean, have you seen a picture or something? Yeah, that's him.
I look to the other three. The one who handed you the cassette tape. The one you saw behind the curtain. The one who's been, for lack of a better word, haunting me for the past, 5 years?
Sounds like you started your reunion early.
5 years ago.
5 years ago. I don't think nothing in particular. I mean, that was what? Mom's 96th. I don't know. I mean, yeah. No, I don't know. I really don't know. 5 years ago, anything could have happened. young Char has been a pain in the ass pretty much since he was born. And that's pretty much that. Lizette.
A lot of families say that about.
Sorry, go for it, Horace.
I mean, a lot of families say that about people who are strange or people who elope.
The strawberry charm jumps out of Lizette's hand and rolls into the maze.
I guess we're going. I think we're going.
I think we're going.
Nice.
think
Nothing
we're
else
going.
I'd like my strawberry back. So, Young Ho, thank you for your time. I have to go get my strawberry. And she will just turn and walk away.
And with a strawberry rolling into a hedge maze, that is where we'll end our incredible session of Farewell Yellow House, the Call of Cthulhu for shot. We're gonna go around. We're gonna go around again. As far as going critical goes, you're gonna get some amazing other programs, such as Hellions of Karnoct, Mondays 4 p.m. ET, Manhattan by Midnight, Tuesdays 9 p.m. ET. Don't miss Reckoning and Dawn Shadows finale, October 6th, which is a Thursday. All socials, Going Crit RPG. VODs will be available right after the show on Twitch and a week after on YouTube. So if you haven't already seen the first episode, it's already on YouTube. I have been Joe, your keeper, your fucking storyteller, honestly. I'm at Scary Dog Friend. I do this. I do lots of stuff. Just follow me on Twitter. I'm tired. I'm not going to say anything. Indy.
All right. I have been Indy at It's Mr. Mask on Twitter and Twitch. You can also listen to our Masks New Generation actual play at Dice Comics on any of your local favorite podcatchers. Local favorite podcatchers? Good job, Indy. Anyway, I was Horace. Thanks for everything, everybody.
Was that? No, Abaddon. Fuck.
Oh, both of those are me. I'm Abaddon, and I'm stressed and will continue to be stressed for the next 2 weeks until I find out where my strawberry is. You can find me at Abadarlings on Twitter, posting missing posters and wanted posters for my strawberry. You can also find me on Exquisite Corpse Presents, where I do a lot of very broken, very gay homebrew things, and we're having a great time. And you can see Amber and Joe there also. So thanks for having me.
Rook.
Hi, I'm Rook. You can find me on Twitter at RJK Games. I've been Riley, and I should have seen this coming.
Joan.
Joan, I have played your friendly neighborhood statue, and you should know better than to point your camera at ghosts. That's all I'm gonna say. You can find me on the interwebs as the Rogue Senna, spelled as you would expect. Check me out. My brain's a little scrambled. I'm very tired.
Absolutely. And Amber.
Everybody, I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber on Twitter and Twitch. This seems to be like everyone's brain scrambled week, so I'm gonna keep it short. Follow me on Twitter. I am doing a emergency fundraiser sometime this weekend for hurricane relief, partnering with Blizzbear, Brandon Blizzbear for this. So I think I'm just gonna stream The Sims for 6 hours on Sunday or something and try to kill as many Sims as possible and raise some money while doing it. So keep an eye out on my Twitter while I make that announcement. I'm trying to figure out last dates and everything and times. But yes, Joan, how can I help you?
Sorry, I just wanted ADHD brain.
You're good.
Over on Girls Run These Worlds this Sunday morning is our finale for Mythic Odyssey of Theros, Strands of Fate. Come check out me, Kat the Lore Mistress, a bunch of other awesome women doing Greek mythology stuff.
And we love that. To let y'all know, we'll be taking a break, unfortunately, next week. So all of my players will have to just kind of sit on all of the information I just gave them and go through a hedge maze. Never a problem with that. This is unfortunately Joan's also last session with us. Sometimes you gotta be a person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joan's business.
I have a surprise traveling thing that I have to do. Unfortunately, it's a good thing.
It's
Not a
great.
bad thing, but yeah, I didn't anticipate it happening at that time.
Yeah, when we are at our session 3, which will be October 14th, we will have Rue with us though. So incredible. Thank you again, everyone. This has been Going Crude RPG. Farewell, Yellow House. Farewell, family. We'll see you later.